Hello. Hi. How are y'all? Happy Monday or whatever day it is for you. How's everybody doing? I can't believe this video. I can't believe this video. Okay, anyways. If you're brand new to my channel, hello, hi, my name is Erin Bees. I am a wife, I'm a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing. I healed my way out. And now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps, one of which is recruiting. Yeah, and I'm going to be reacting to an Optavia training that is called a recruiting mindset. Yeah, it's exactly what you guys probably are thinking. Also, look what I have, guys. If you've not tried this, find it in your area. I found it at Vaughn's. I don't know if you have a Vaughn's in your area. Probably not, because there's a lot of people that watch internationally as well. Shout out to you guys. This. Also, there's bubbles too, but we'll do bubbles later because I have another drink here. Gotta hydrate, you know? Optavia gives me a headache too, but you know what? We have to expose what they are doing because, yeah. Now, I need to go back. I need to welcome Double H to members. Also, guys, do you see this? Wait, I can't. It's backwards. Anyways, I'm feeling real good today. Had a great workout. Also, I posted, if you guys want to follow me on my health journey, and when I say health journey, I know that can be kind of triggering because we're talking about Optavia. However, I posted a update progress picture. Let's call it a progress picture of March 6th through yesterday. The changes are insane. Insane. So if that is something that you want, I also posted a reel. It's my first time doing it. Again, I'm not a professional. Please work with a professional. But I actually filmed myself at the gym working out today. So like that was a new thing. So I made a reel. I did a little editing. So if you guys after this want to go and support that, that would be cool. I broke down my my workout, and I also tagged my trainer. So if you guys want to get in contact with my trainer, who is amazing, shout out to you, Susan. I don't know if you're watching, but if you are, hello, appreciate you. She's incredible. I'm dying at this comment. DC, I was watching your live stream with the Clown Town earlier. I was watching on their channel, and then I'll finish on your channel. And the fact that Kevin, what is his last name? Tinter, is triggered by a kazoo makes me feel like he has a very fragile ego. That's just how I feel. I don't know. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Playing a kazoo sound bite in honor of Opta freaking Via. Love your content, Erin. Thank you so much. DC, I appreciate you so much. And all the help that you offer the movement, the techie help, just all of it. You know, like I appreciate you. Oh, man. So hello, everybody. We're going to get started. If you have not already liked the stream, if you have not already subscribed, Kevin Tinter, thanks, DC, subscribe. It's helpful. It's free. DC, this needs to happen along with Twisty merch. Just throwing that out there for you. That needs to happen. Guys, support DC as well in that. Yeah, this is a little bit longer of a video. I think it's like 55 minutes. And yeah, it's going to be crazy. So there's a little role playing. Yeah, Gina Eccles is in it. Shout out to you, Gina. Hey, how you doing? And it's going to be pretty wild. So like the stream, subscribe. Welcome to new members. Welcome, chat. And shout out to all of the people that are going to watch the replay. You guys are amazing. I really look forward to our Monday nights where we get to connect in this way. It's pretty cool, but not in like a culty, I'm trying to recruit you kind of way. Oof, because No. Anyways, let's get started with this video. I can't even prepare you. So we're going to go.
Live stream. Actually, this is not the screen I wanted to share. How's that? See, Gina, this is why we have you, because you are the admin extraordinaire. So I wanted to open up with a question. And here's a question I wanted to offer. So what was your number one reason for coming to Optavia? I want you to put in the chat. Was it to get healthy, or did you come in because you wanted to start a business?
The fact that the people in this company really truly believe that Optavia is helping people get healthy is alarming for so many reasons. When you are restricting, and also let me give some trigger warnings. We're going to talk about eating. We're going to talk about weight. We're going to talk about size. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff because they bring all of it up and they are obsessed with just being small. See, I'm obsessed with getting bigger muscles, getting stronger. It's literally the opposite of Optavia, but also don't join Optavia. Like my friend Avery Joe says, don't do that. Anyways, the fact that they think that this is people getting healthy is so alarming to me for so many reasons.
I want to see it in the chat. So number one, if you wanted to get healthy, and then number two, if you wanted to start a business. Okay, this chat's blowing up. Oh, everybody wanted to get healthy. Look at all these healthy people, 1 and 2. Okay. Wow. For people that wanted to get a business, look at these entrepreneurs. Okay, this is fantastic. All right, awesome. So I love seeing these.
I'm sorry, but if you are signing a distributor agreement with a company, and in that 100-page agreement, which is how long, I think it's 100 pages or a little over 100 pages, that's how long their agreement is. When you are signing an agreement that says if you get out of Optavia, they own your social media page. I just swallowed my own spit. That's really not your business. You know what I mean? Like, because if it's your business, you would make the decisions. You would decide. You would decide, you know, hey, I want to go another direction. And so I'm going to rebrand and it's really not a big deal. Or I'm going to start a new business. And you would start a new business and you wouldn't have to worry about getting sued or any of those things. And that just doesn't happen when you're in an MLM. You change companies because the grass is always greener on the other side, they think. So they join another company, then there's a lawsuit. The new company covers the legal fees. Typically, if you're a larger recruiter, I guess is the best way to say that. And then, you know, you cross recruit, and that's pretty much how that works. So, oh my God. Oh God, yes. I cannot remember the lady's name on Instagram. I shared her in my stories. You guys should absolutely go follow her. She is a registered dietitian, incredible content. I'm a huge fan. I comment and I share a lot, and you're going to be seeing it a lot. A lot. All right. Anyways, let's continue.
So if you're just now joining, my name is Tylena Adudu, and I'm super excited for the topic tonight. So before we get into it, Optavia makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with Optavia results from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. And your success will depend on how well you exercise these qualities. So please see the Optavia income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches.
First of all, nobody can read that. Nobody can read that. And also, it's not hard work and diligence. It's recruiting, which is why you're on a recruiting training for the team. Because recruiting is how you make money in these companies, not necessarily selling the product. Oh God, we are starting off in such a culty way, and I love that for us.
And I love to say that because if you ever wonder, like, how do I kill into this business? This is it right here. It's mapped out: hard work, diligence, persistence, skill. And so with it, I wanted to.
Guys, we have a new nickname for Optavia, thanks to Brandy here. Optavia, how about, I think we should do Noptavia. Noptavia? We got to come up with a nickname because you know how I call it Monet Mona. So like we need a nickname. I love where this is going, Brandy. Love it.
Remind, I know Stephanie mentioned it. I missed my little slide, but I wanted to mention the Bring On Summer Challenge. So this is going to be super.
So this is from last year, and they were using the hashtag Bring On Summer. And by the way, everybody is a bikini body. You don't have to look a certain way or be a certain size or see a number on the scale in order to get in a bathing suit and enjoy the summer weather. Okay. Just wanted to put that out there.
Fun. So if you haven't yet, you still have the opportunity and say, down 80 pounds, thanks to my coach. And you don't even have to say your coach's name. I just always shout out Jamie because she's amazing, if you know Jamie Crane. But you could just say, thanks to my coach for helping me bring on summer.
I do like this, Optavia. I do really enjoy that one. Optavia. Yeah. Yeah.
But I just know, like, as coaches, this is our time to lead in this. And as our clients see us living out loud and being super excited, they'll do the same. So tonight I get the honor of talking about sponsoring. So sharing this gift. And tonight it's a double. I get to be with Queen G Money, Gina Eccles. So she's over here with the lipstick.
Stop it. Stop. Did you really just refer to Gina Nichols as G Money? Like, you meant that with your whole chest. G Money. That's what we're going with. Stop it.
In the green. And I just want to take a couple minutes just to introduce her. I know a lot of us already know, but I know we have a lot of new coaches on right now. And sometimes, people just are the GOAT and you don't even realize it. So GOAT means the greatest of all times, not literally like a really GOAT gruff.
Hey, Gina, you are not a GOAT. Okay. The greatest of all times. The greatest of all time, excuse me. No.
So Gina's the GOAT. She's the one who, in the client support page, if it says Live Right, she started that joint, So Gina is the person who led this endeavor and helped all of our coaches. And so anyway, she and I get to share on the topic of sponsoring and sharing this gift. And so I wanted to start with the difference between sponsoring.
I need these MLMers to not clap on a video. It's obnoxious. I don't know if they do that because I used to do that, full disclosure. I don't know if they do that because they're trying to hype themselves up or something. I have to think back. I think it was probably like a hype thing. I don't know. What do y'all think?
And recruiting. And I'm gonna leave this here for a second because I wanted to look everybody in the eyeball. So the difference between sponsoring and recruiting. So I have an interesting advantage here because I actually used to be a recruiter. So I graduated from the University of Missouri here in Kansas City. And I literally was a recruiter at one point. For 5 years, I recruited students. And so when I came into this business, I looked at it completely different, the difference between sponsoring and recruiting. And so
I can only imagine her messages trying to recruit people. Coming from that background, I can only imagine the messages.
Things I want to talk about when it comes to this aspect of sponsoring, especially for people, and I think people that understand this the most are actually people that have been in the recovery world. And in recovery, typically they have.
First of all, ma'am, what you are doing here is a perfect example of a false equivalence fallacy. Comparing recruiting into a multi-level marketing company to a career where you are recruiting students into a program. I don't know if she has already said it. I've watched a little bit of this. I don't know if she already said it, but she talks about recruiting nurses or recruiting students into medical school. Those are very different things. For example, you get paid an hourly wage, more than likely, or a salary in that job. But when you're in multi-level marketing, you don't. You get paid when you sell a product, small commission. And then when you recruit people, you get paid. Some companies have bonuses when you sign people up and they buy a certain kit. And then you get paid off of their sales moving forward in the form of a downline payment kind of thing. So those are very much not the same thing. Also, I'm going to need you to leave the addiction and the recovery community alone because I see far too many people that are claiming to be an addiction coach or let me state that better, a recovery coach. And you are taking people in a vulnerable place that are trusting people, that are working their way through sobriety and what that looks like for them, and undoing habits and, you know, different things like that. And then you're comparing that, somebody that works with the sobriety community or the recovery community, that's like a certified counselor or therapist, or, you know, that kind of thing. You're comparing that to somebody that's recruiting into a multi-level marketing company. Like, that's what you're going to go with here. Cool. Leave them alone.
A sponsor, and a sponsor in the recovery world is really just someone who has walked that path of recovery, has seen and experienced breakthrough, and they're sharing the things that they learned and are coming alongside to strengthen the person that they're with. And so when we talk about sponsoring, I want everyone to understand, like, that is what we mean by sponsoring, is you're coming alongside as a guide, as a leader. It doesn't mean you're paying for somebody to do the program or to become, you know, a coach. It means that, hey, I've walked this journey before, I've walked this path before, and I'm going to share with you the things that I learned. And also,
you ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's absolutely terrible.
As a sponsor, you're responsible. That's the thing. So when you're like, well, if I sponsor coaches, what am I responsible for? You're responsible for them feeling encouraged, for feeling edified, for being able to learn the knowledge that it takes to come alongside clients and other coaches. So as a sponsoring coach, you're taking on that responsibility of transferring those skills.
I thought it was their business, though. If it was their business, it would be their responsibility to learn the skills rather than you teaching them. You see, like, the fact that you're using that in a way and completely negating what you just said a couple minutes ago is wild to me.
Recruiter. So when I was a recruiter, I was out looking for meat. I was like, let me find a student. I'm trying to get someone in the med school, the nursing school, communications. Like, I was like seeking to find who I can get. And what thing that I was trying to do is I was trying to enlist them. You know, that's really what I wasn't trying to help them. I was just trying to enlist them so I can meet my numbers.
And that's the kind of person we're dealing with. That I wasn't trying to help them. I was just trying to get them into, you know, nursing school, into medical school, so I can hit my numbers. If that's not alarming, I don't know what is, friends. Because this is absolutely wild.
UMKC, it's like, look at Tylena. She brought in 500 new clients this year. Yes, I did. Not clients, students. She brought in 500 new students. Yes, I did. And so that's the big difference, is as a sponsor, you have.
Oh, wait, somebody said Optavia? Who said that? I love this. Optavia, that's the official nickname. There it is. Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much, Joanne. Do you say your name, Joanne? Let me know if I said that incorrectly.
Have a mindset of like, I'm coming alongside you and I'm sharing the things I've learned, and I'm taking personal responsibility for your growth, and I'm here as a resource. A recruiter is looking to see who they can enlist, you know, who they can hunt. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all are in trouble tonight when we start tag teaming. I'm just warning.
I'm sorry. But every time Gina does some training, I have to ask myself, is she acting? There's something about it that does not feel authentic to me.
Warning you right now, but Tylena, I had to come off mute. I can't control
you
myself.
Go. Because
I want you all to just hear this for just a moment. The sponsor is what's in it for the other.
Whoever said Optavia first, I appreciate you. I think that is a great nickname for this. So Jenny, if you said it, thank you. I missed that, so I apologize.
Person, what's in it for them? How can I help them? How can I love on? I'm already feeling the fire. This is like, oh boy. Okay, it's about them, y'all. But when you're recruiting It's about you. What are you getting out of it? How's it benefit you? Have you ever heard this, Talina? I don't know if you have before or not, but like sometimes I'll get on a call and people will introduce themselves and they're like, this is my client so-and-so, and my client is going to be my first coach, and my client is going to help me get to ED, or they're going to help me get to this. And so
the fact that their top rank is called ED and they see nothing wrong with it. I can't.
I'm so excited for you to meet them because they don't even know it yet, but like, I am going to be a rock star, and they're just part of the game.
Yep. Gina, look, we can't do this, Gina. We're going to be on here all night, but now you got me saying something that's not in on my notes. But this is what I wanted to say is, and when I think about sponsorship and recruiting, that's exactly the reason why I don't use the terms. And you tell me if you use these terms, Gina. I've never heard you say, but I don't use downline and upline. And that's because when you're a recruiter, your upline, they recruited you because they want you to just like pawn off some stuff, you know? And so when you have that kind of language, it's like, this is my upline. These are the people that recruited me. And now you're my downline because I recruited you. Absolutely not. Like, that's not what we're doing. You know, I look at the people, you have three things in Optavia. You have mentors, you have coaching partners, people that you are coaching with, and then you have clients. Those are three things. You don't got no upline, downline. If you
just because you don't want to call it what it actually is. I can't. Also, this pause story, I'm very sorry. The facts are you do have an upline and you do have a downline. That's the business structure. It's giving, well, we're not going to call it multi-level marketing. We're going to call it network marketing. We're going to call it social retail. It's the same thing. It's multi-level marketing. You have a downline. You are recruiting into your downline, and you were recruited by your upline.
You already use that language, I would say just nip it, cut it out. It's just not good. You know, we want to edify and see the people.
And why is it not good? Why is that not good? I would love for you to elaborate on that. Why is using the terms upline and downline in multi-level marketing, which Optavia is a multi-level marketing company. I know you might have some feelings about that. It's a multi-level marketing company. Why is that not good? Oh, probably because people would identify it for what it is, a scam. Yeah. And that wouldn't be good for Optavia, would it? No, not at all.
People and let them know like that we're in this thing together. So
okay, right. I'm gonna let you take over again. I'm gonna stop myself.
Let's do it. Okay, so that's the difference, friends, between sponsoring and recruiting. And so for clients, I want to talk about what does it look like to, really sponsor clients, and how do we get them to want to join us and helping others as well. And so with it starts with the seed. Everything starts with the seed. I should know. I have 1 million plants in my house. If you don't know this, you will know this by the end of this call. I love plants. I would try to garden, but the sun is unpredictable. So anyway, the seed has to be planted though. So with our clients, here's the deal. So
I have to make these bigger so that everybody can see. All right. So how to plant and water the seed of coaching. Talk about it early and often. This is where they sprinkle in, if you will, the way day posts. This is where all of that happens.
I want to talk about how do we actually plant and water the seed of coaching. And the thing about it is
also the fact that they call them health assessments. None of these people are qualified to do that. And also they might say, oh no, I have a certificate. The certificate is for a test that they took that was put together by Dr. whatever his name is, Dr. A, that started this company. It's not going to hold it's not a credential that's going to mean anything outside of the MLM. These people are not qualified to do health assessments. And the reason, in my opinion, that they do stuff like this is because they're trying to seem more professional. They're trying to posture themselves, if you will, as the expert. And they're not. They're not the experts. And in fact, some of the advice that I've seen is absolutely horrendous.
to talk about it early and often. So I started from the very beginning, and I know I'm not the
I have to warn you, our program has 2 side effects. You will start melting and people will start asking questions. We will chat about helping your friends later. Oh my God. And what happens when you get off the program? Oh, you gain all that weight and then some, which is why you get them back on the 5 and 1. And then the cycle repeats itself. Yeah, that seems really healthy. That seems like you really are helping people. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic.
only one. I know that all of my mentors, and I know people that I've talked to that are other, like Debbie Moody, Michelle Heyman, I know that they do this often as well. And so with it, on the health assessment, this is when you plant the seed. So when you're doing this health assessment, you're like, hey, you know what? You're going to love these results and you inspire your friends and family. I cannot wait for you. So based on what you shared with me, the program I recommend for you is the 5 and 1. This program is amazing. It has 4 components. Boom, you go right into it. So you drip it right there. That's you planting that seed. You put it in there like, oh, I'm going to inspire people. Okay. Then you go on. So on the kickoff call, this is when you talk to them the night before they're starting. Listen, I have to warn you, Samantha, our program has 2 side effects. You will start melting. I just want you to be prepared. Like, you're going to start melting and people will start asking you questions. And so we'll chat about that, about helping your friends and family later, but you're dripping it. So you already planted that seed. Like, you're going to love the results. And then this is how we're going to talk about it later.
I love reacting. Hold on. I love reacting to stuff like this. I feel like it's an internal document that they don't want people to see. And the reason that I love that is because people hopefully can identify some of the language that's hitting their inbox from them. When they start seeing these scripts coming in their inbox, if they're an Optavia customer, God forbid, but let's just say that happens and they happen to come across this because they're like, man, I'm not feeling so great, because there are a lot of people that have been on the 5 and 1 that have a very hard time completing it. Some of you have told me this. Some of the people in the group I have seen have said this. I've seen with my own eyes inside the group. There are people that don't feel good because they are not taking in enough calories. And so my hope in showing all of this in videos like this is for people to identify that these people don't care. In my opinion, they're just following a script to try and recruit you. They're getting you in as a customer. They're getting you hooked on quick results, because if you are calorie restricting, you're going to lose weight. Doesn't mean it's a healthy way to do it. And I'm not talking about a calorie deficit. I'm talking about extreme deficits. I'm talking about extremely restrictive ways of eating. The 5 and 1, typically you're only taking in 800 to 1,000 calories. And I know I've talked about this on other videos, but that's specifically what I'm talking about. There are a lot of people that are in a calorie deficit. They're doing it safely. They're not wrecking their metabolism, and they're doing it for weight loss. That's awesome. I had to do the opposite because I was so restrictive in the past. I had to do a reverse diet, which is basically where you're eating and you're going to gain weight. And now what you guys are seeing, which is the reason that I posted the pictures that I did on my Instagram today, is because you are seeing body recomposition, because science is rad, right? So when you repair your metabolism, that I did through reverse dieting and eating, knowing that I was going to gain weight, knowing that was actually the goal so that I could reverse some of the stuff that I was doing from being restrictive. And now you're seeing the other side of it. My body is able to process food in a way because I have taken the time to repair my metabolism. And so now is the process of leaning out in a healthy, slow, and methodical way that is not excluding any food groups, that is not doing anything extreme to include extreme workouts, none of that. So I know I kind of went off on a tangent, but that's where I'm at. And that's why we're seeing the changes. And that's why I'm sharing those changes on my Instagram and on Facebook, actually. So
then the days 1 through 4, we're actually calling the clients. We're not texting them the first 4 days. We're picking it up just 2 to 5 minutes. And we're checking, hey, how was your day on program? Tell me about your lean green. What's your healthy fat? We just do that quick. And then listen, Sharon, people will be wondering, where you got all this energy, and they will want it too. And we'll chat about, what to say, what not to say.
Okay, friends, I want to poll the audience because I know some of you in this chat that are watching live have been a part of Optavia. And I have to know, did you guys have energy or did you have a lack of energy? Or how did you feel? I would love for you to just, if you feel comfortable, of course, share that in the chat.
I'm just so pumped for you. So I'll give you a call tomorrow for another quick check-in. Let me know if you have any questions. Boom. Next day, bring it up again. I just drip a little every couple of days. Wow. You already feel less bloating, girl.
All right, let's talk about this. First of all, Maribel, thank you for sharing. I remember texting my coach at night, letting her know I was really hungry and felt weak, was just told to drink water, gained all my weight back, plus so much more. I'm sorry that happened to you. That's absolutely awful. And unfortunately, that's what we see with a lot of these companies that are doing something along these lines, That's awful. Let me see if there's any other comments here. Love that. Cindy, I definitely would suggest a dietitian and a personal trainer. I am working with my trainer and I tag her in a lot of my content. So if you're on Instagram or you're on Facebook and you want to get in contact with her, she's amazing. She is very anti-MLM and also has experience with eating disorders. So I think that's powerful that she has that experience and helps people that have or have had eating disorders and working through all of it. So that's just my suggestion, but a dietitian and a personal trainer. Yeah, Rebecca says, no energy. No energy. Yeah. When I did the MetaFast version, I felt like crap, tired, and could not exercise due to the caloric restriction. Yeah. And that probably was before they said, hey, when you're on the 5-on-1, make sure that you're not, working out or whatever, because you can't, you don't have the calories in order to do that. It's very dangerous. And also, congrats to everybody who got out of this crazy cycle. Yeah. There's no way to have extra energy at 900 calories a day. Yeah, I remember sleeping well, but all I really remember is the hunger. Yeah. Thank you guys for sharing all of this. No energy. I was just so grumpy at everyone. LOL. Apologies came after, but geez, I was just mad at everybody. Yeah, because you probably didn't feel good, clearly, Yeah. Thank you guys for sharing all this. I think it's important.
This is amazing. I know you have other friends that probably felt like that too. And then week 1, that's when the secret sauce comes in, because now you're about to prepare them for their celebration call. And so at the week.
Also, I feel like this is important to bring up. Some insurances cover nutrition counseling, FYI. So double check with your insurance. And Chelsea, thank you for commenting that.
One mark, you say, oh my gosh, Sherry, you already lost 5 pounds. Seriously, you're doing so good. I have no doubt at all that so many people are going to want you to help them do this program. And I'm excited for you. Listen, I cannot wait. So anyway, I can't wait for you to connect with my coach, Jamie. She's amazing. She was the one that helped me lose my 80 pounds in 7 months. And so we're going to celebrate with her. And listen.
80 pounds in 7 months. I'm sorry. What? That's not healthy. 80 pounds in 7 months is 11.4 pounds a month. So roughly 2.8 pounds per week, which that is a very, very, in my opinion, that is a very quick weight loss. That is anything that you are doing quickly, in my opinion, is not going to be sustainable. So if it is something where you are, you're doing it slowly over time, that will be sustainable. Slow and steady progress versus rapid results, and what we see from Optavia is people wanting rapid results, and that's really dangerous.
She got 6 whole kids, so she can do it. We can do it, Sharon. So we're going to celebrate your success. So I'm going to set that call up and I'll talk to you next week. Okay. Boom. Or is really the next day. And so really, friends, you're just going to talk about it often. Drip affirmation, drip encouragement, because with each comment, you're watering the seed that you planted, and you're just helping them like grow in their belief for themselves and belief for the people in their lives. So I want to share that. So the seed, here's the deal. So the seed's been planted, then it's been watered because you're dripping throughout the week. Now it's time to add fertilizer.
Fertilizer.
And so I add fertilizer to my plants.
Fertilizer, you say, huh? Fertilizer. Can't wait to see what you say in Optavia is fertilizer.
At least once a month. That's why my Monstera is growing at the rate that it's growing. And so celebration calls are like the fertilizer for your business. And so I don't want to over.
Business has 2 S's in this slide. I'm just letting y'all know. Also, celebration calls are the fertilizer because you're full of poop on the calls. It's fake. I don't understand. I'm just going to hit play.
Flavor biscuit. Celebration calls are the secret sauce, friend. You know how we say the secret sauce for clients is to share their, like, live out loud? For a coach, this is the secret sauce because now it's double whammy. So
is it the secret sauce or is it the fertilizer? I'm confused, ma'am, because you keep switching up your strategy here. Is it fertilizer or the secret sauce? Because I guarantee you don't want to confuse those two.
they have gotten all the affirmation from you. You built them up, and now they're getting the affirmation from your coach. And they're like, oh my gosh, maybe I really can do this. And she's saying the same stuff my coach is saying. And so it's very important to send the week 1. So after their first week, celebrating them. And then at week 5, because at that point, they're a whole month in. So they done lost the whole 10 pounds at least, and we can't, guarantee their weight loss. But at that point,
we can't guarantee their weight loss, but we're going to coach everybody for weight loss. We're going to coach them to lose 10 pounds. And then we're going to have them put up a weigh day post trying to recruit all of their friends and family and people that they are connected with on social media into the same scheme that, in my opinion, is going to create eating disorders in people. At best, it's going to cause disordered eating, if not full-blown eating disorders.
Averaging about 1.5 to 2 pounds a week. So that's a great time to bring them back around.
Hey, Tanya.
For that week 5 call. And so this is an analogy that I really love because there's the sun and there's the shade, when it comes to plants. And so I'm specifically thinking about my fiddle leaf. It's a massive tree. And with it, I keep it in direct sunlight because in the sunlight, that is when it's thriving. If I have it in the shade, that thing starts to wilt. It's not thriving. It's not doing its best life. And listen, my plant.
The only thing she's trying to paint the picture of here is keep people plugged in. Because if they're not getting on the calls, if they're not answering the phone from their mentor, they're not going to do well in their business. That's the whole purpose of this part.
Plants and I are one. So if my plants aren't doing well, Tylene is not doing well. And so I want to talk about what is the sun and what is the shade when it comes to the sponsoring mindset, and helping people understand the gift that you have. So the sun is communicating and helping your clients understand, listen, coaching is fun. I'm about to go to Atlanta. We finna turn up. I'm about to have a ton of value added to me. I'm going to be around some top leaders. Like, I cannot wait, So that's the sun.
None of which is going to help her move her quote unquote business forward. All of that she mentioned just looks good on social media. The pictures in Atlanta, the pictures with leaders. What else did she say? Probably something about I'm going to get poured into. I'm going to have value added to me. First of all, you are valuable, everybody, without being a part of a multi-level marketing company. Going to an event and having people add value to you, you're already valuable. So that doesn't even make any sense.
Coaching is simple. I can call my clients when I'm dropping my kids off to VBS or when I'm picking them up from the swimming pool. So it's simple. And then on top of it, friend, you just have to follow the system. That's going to put sun on your business because when you follow the system, it's simple, it's duplicable. And on top of it, it takes all of the thinking and the guesswork out for you. And then there's the team coaching.
I hope your mom is okay, Tanya. Sending you lots of love.
So we don't do this alone. That's why the celebration calls are important. That's why a coach explore is important. And then we have on-time learning. We have the Google Doc that has all the trainings, past trainings that we have. And then it's great.
A Google Doc, you say? That's interesting.
Accountability. And then one of the things that you can communicate is the impact that they'll make in helping others get healthy, but then also the income that comes with it. Now the shade,
the income. You know what's interesting about this? At the beginning of this call, she opened it up with, you know, you're not guaranteed to make any income, if at all, with Optavia, although she said Optavia. But then in the coaching aspect of it, you're supposed to talk to them about the impact and the income that they'll make. So this is giving, I'm not going to make financial claims. I'm not going to make money claims, and then continues to go on and make income claims, financial claims, whatever. That's what this is giving right now. Also, have y'all liked the stream? I'm just curious.
These are some things that kind of turn down some of the sponsoring mindset, just both in you and in some clients. And you'll hear these things come up. But hero coaching, whenever we do everything for them, and they're like, oh, I really want something with cheese. Then we go to the Live Right group and we're looking for recipes with cheese and we're screenshotting it and sending it to them. We've not taught the man to fish. We just really went and got a whole fish for him. Say, here's a piece of fish for you right here. We want to teach the clients to be the hero of their own story. At the end of the day, I don't want my clients to be like, I could have done this without you, Tylena. My ego.
If we, Hannah, if we write fun in all capital letters, it will be true.
And my pride wants to hear that, but the sponsor in me and the friend in me wants them to say, you know what, I couldn't have done this without your help, without your guidance, without your encouragement. And so I'm not hero coaching. I'm telling them exactly where to find those resources at. And then, you know,
you guys know what I had to eat before I started this live a little while ago. I had a grilled cheese and it was so good with Gouda. It was delicious.
Oh, I'm so busy, I'm stressed. When you communicate those things, that is going to put some shade on your business, and it's going to put some shade on your clients wanting to do what you're doing. And then, you know, I don't know enough, or I want to wait till goal, or if they focus on the food, or if cost is the obstacle. These are things that throw shade. And so I'm hoping that Gina and I will be able to do some role play here. But
oh my God, you guys, they do some role playing. You need to prepare yourself for it. It is so cringy.
With it, I want you all to watch out for weeds. So Gina, why don't you talk about some of the weeds in the business?
All right, go ahead and let's throw back up our slides, because y'all, there are going to be weeds, and you've got to keep your
this is what they are identifying as weeds. Watch out for the weeds. Fear of being salesy, or the fear of what people will think. You know what they should be fearing? Statistics and data, specifically from their own income disclosure statement. But you know, they had it at the beginning. I just wonder if any of them actually look at it. Paralyzed by no, some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting. Yikes. Trying to get them versus sharing hope. They're hope dealers, you guys. Comparing yourself to others, negativity and doubt, lack of activity, meaning you're not doing what I told you need to be doing. Not being plugged into trainings. Oh my God.
garden, if you will, clean. I'm laughing because I'm thinking, Tylena, oh my gosh, Hannah, my daughter Hannah, I don't know if y'all know, but she owns a plant company, and she runs around my house whispering to her plants. She's checking them. She's sticking her finger in the pots. She's making sure everything is like glorious. And Tylena, I was thinking about that with your monstera, and I'm thinking, oh, you have no idea.
Hey, Gina, it's called a monstera. Just FYI.
The sweet things that she whispers in the little, I don't even know what they're called. She'll probably tell me, but like, honestly, you guys, if you can understand that there are some things that can get in your way if you're not careful. And so the first thing when you're watching out for those weeds is I want you to just throw away the concept that you have this fear of being salesy, or you're worried about what the other person is thinking. If you are sponsoring and not recruiting, it's never going to come across as salesy. It's
Gina, You know, what's really interesting. This is a little bit of a spoiler because, like I said, I have watched a little bit of this prior to reacting to it. So in this example, she's talking about a weed being somebody that has a fear of being salesy. And the role-playing example that she's going to do here in a few minutes, she says, well, the fact that you don't want to be salesy is what I think is going to make you so great about that, or so great in this, or I don't remember how she words it. So it's interesting that she's saying, listen, we don't want to recruit everybody, you know, and watch out for the weeds. But then the example from her role playing is somebody that is afraid of being salesy. And she's like, you're perfect for this. And I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
Never going to come across about worrying about what other people think, besides the fact. Okay, this is totally a different analogy for half a second. It's not even an analogy.
It's a
It's what
terrible
just
one,
happened in my
Gina.
house. Right before this call, we went out for a family bike.
I've watched this part, you guys. This is another false equivalence fallacy. So prepare yourselves.
Ride. We're spending time together. Tamara takes a big flipping spill. Okay, cuts the bottom of her foot. I swoop her up. I carry her, and blood squirting everywhere. It was eventful,
So
to
dramatic.
say the least. And did I worry about whether she was going to talk bad about me or someone else was going to talk bad about me because I put hydrogen peroxide on her? Did I worry about what I put on that cut? Did I worry about what Tamara was going to think when the pain kicked in from the alcohol wipe? No, I did what I thought was best for her, knowing that the best outcome could come. I'm not worried about what other people think, or even if they think I'm salesy or not.
Gina, I need you to stop. Are you really comparing treating a wound on your child? Are you really comparing that to recruiting and multi-level marketing? That's what you're going to go with on this. Like, you think that's a good idea? A false equivalence fallacy. Are you for real? Like,
I am so focused on doing what's best for the person on the other side of that. So let's let go of that concept. How about being paralyzed by no? You're going to get no every time if you don't ask.
what?
Some people.
Gina, you're going to get no every time if you don't ask. If you don't ask, they're not giving you an answer. Oh, God.
People will, some people won't. Next, you've got to understand, if your heart is in the right place and you know that this is the best offer on the planet, they may not be ready. That's okay. When I say next, I don't mean like discard. I mean, when they're ready, they're ready. Next, I'm not hung up on a no. Okay, there is someone waiting for you to seek after them. There is somebody
waiting to be manipulated by you. That's all I'm hearing.
Waiting. There is someone going to go to bed tonight crying themselves to sleep.
Are they in Optavia? Is that why they're crying themselves to sleep? I'm just asking for my friends here.
They need the income. They need the time freedom. They missed out. They didn't go on a bike ride with their children. They tucked them into bed if they're lucky and missed out. And you have the gift.
Not her shaming people that work outside of the home. Yikes, Gina. Leave people alone.
Gift that can resolve that for them. You might be worried about you're trying to get them. We've already covered this, or versus sharing hope with them, comparing yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Pinterest
Just
quote.
rip it out. Get over it. Your Zoom rate is different than someone else's. A Zoom rate, PS, is like Zoom eek, Zoom eek. You're going to go fast. At some point, I promise you, whoever you're comparing your weakness to their strengths.
What was that? I've never heard a zooming sound like that before in my life.
is going to have a weakness and you're going to be mind blown. Like, really? That's what got in their way? Quit comparing yourself with others. Your speed is just right. Run after it, baby. Negativity and doubt will eat you alive, and it will kill every single business. Every business can be eaten up by that, or you can dive into positivity. Lack of activity.
Gina, do you use notes on these trainings, or do you just say whatever? I'm just curious because I know you're going to watch this. I know you're going to watch this.
Ugh, do nothing, get nothing. Ouch. Okay. Lack of activity, not being plugged into these trainings. I'm talking to the choir right here, but y'all plug in, encourage your coaches to plug in. This is where the energy comes from. This is where the joy comes from. And those little nuggets you're going to pick up on.
This is where the energy comes from, because they're definitely not getting it from the small amount of calories that they're taking in. Oh my God.
They're going to change your business. If you're unteachable, okay, I have worked with a lot of coaches who were rock stars. I literally got on a call with them. And I was like, whoo, she's going IPD, baby. She's going IPD. Okay. I just knew it. And I am really good at picking winners. And I just knew it. And you know what? So did they. The only problem was they knew a better way up the mountain. They knew it. And before.
You know what's crazy is that you guys bring people into this Optavia company. It's obviously Optavia. We nicknamed it Optavia on this video here. But what's crazy is that they're saying it's your own business. You can do this how you want to. But then you get in and they're like, you're not building it how you should be. This is why you're not successful. And then they shame people that have their own ideas of how they want to do this because they were brought in under the premise of it being their own business, which it's not. You can be terminated at any time. There's a 100-page agreement that you have to sign in order to move forward with Optavia. Like, that's crazy. 100 pages.
Or I knew it, they had uprooted themselves, stuck their little roots in the wrong place. They became unteachable. They're not with me today. They're not in this business today. They're not winning because they were.
What? The fact that this individual thinks that being in Optavia is winning is wild to me. There are people that what? Like, it makes no sense to me. People are winning over here, but when you look at the income disclosure statement, how many people are actually winning? Not many. Gina here is, because she has a giant downline. It's the audacity for me. It's this very black and white thinking straight out of the Byte model. It's an us versus them mentality, and that's what she's doing here. They're not winning. Their life is miserable. They're not contending. They're out of, how do they say it? They're out of integrity, or I can't remember how they word it. They word it so weird in a way that it doesn't really even apply. Ugh, the worst.
Unwilling to learn a new way. They were unwilling to be coached. They were unwilling to grow. So the other thing really is that this goes along with avoiding your mentor's call. Ouch. Okay. And analysis paralysis. How many of you have?
I feel like Gina's emphasis when she uses the word ouch, out of integrity. Thank you. When she uses the word ouch, it reminds me of like people that are in school that highlight everything because they think everything's important. She's like emphasizing things that are not really that important. It's like she thinks it's having more of an impact than what it is. And she says, ouch. And I'm like, to what, Gina? Like, what are we? You're avoiding phone calls? Cool. A lot of people do. Like, it's so odd to me.
Had that moment where you're staring at Connect. Some of you have never even logged into Connect. P.S. It's a good idea. But analysis paralysis, when you know what you need to do, you're just not doing it.
Friends, quick favor. There are 243 of you watching this currently. I realize that some of you in here are probably on this team. That's cool. Shout out to you guys. But for those of you that are in the live chat that are watching, that are fully supportive of anti-MLM content, if you would just take a second, X out of the chat and just give me a thumbs up real quick, please, because there are only 128 likes and I need your help with this. Okay, so just take a second, X out of the chat, hit the thumbs up button, and then come back to the chat. Make sure that you sort it by all messages and not top messages. Okay, thank you guys.
Some of us just need to do it. Do it afraid. I hope that all of you are registered for convention. If not, get registered. Registration closes on Friday. Get registered, because can I tell you something?
Tell us.
I'm going to talk about this on my speech, and this analysis paralysis wrecks the world. It doesn't change the world. And I don't know about you, but I came into this to wreck the world.
Did y'all just hear what I heard? Did you guys hear that? Gina came here to wreck the world. I can't even make this up. Gina, did you write that down? That's I'm sorry. You came here to wreck the world. You know what? I cannot, you guys. You know what she is wrecking, in my opinion? People's metabolisms, people's relationship with food, people's relationship with money, too, in my opinion. Like, she's saying, the fact that she's saying, I came here to wreck the world. Are you with me? Gina. I mean, I guess it does track, because they use all these words and phrases in a way that the definition doesn't even apply. You're not supposed to use those words and phrases that way. So I guess that tracks. Apparently she wants to wreck the world. Okay, Gina.
To wreck the world. Someone just asked in the chat, what's Connect? Connect is the website that we log into to see where our business is at on the daily. Do we have clients ordering, that sort of stuff? Tylena, I'm gonna have you move forward, because I know I'm trying to talk fast, because Tylena and I planned like an hour's worth of content for y'all, and we want to get to it. So planting seeds with people who are not currently on program. Oh, shush up. She just dropped it. Yeah, I did. Okay.
What? Is she like hyping herself up? Oh my God, did she just say that? Yes, she did. That just made me snort. I can't. You guys. The amount of coaches that are not on plan is wild, especially Doug and Tia Wood. I can't, you guys. I'm trying. Oh, shush up. Oh, this is terrible. Apparently, Doug and Tia Wood are trying to do their own bodybuilding competition. I can't. I'm glad you guys are laughing too. I'm having a hard time keeping it together.
You have people in your life who will make awesome. Did I say awesome? Because I meant awesome coaches. And you are like, they haven't asked me about program. They haven't reached out. I know they're going to be a good coach someday. Offer it, baby. Offer.
Why is she making her voice that way? Gina, this is embarrassing.
It. Planting seeds with people who are not currently on program. Tylena, go ahead and move forward. Okay, it's going to change your world. Do you all understand? Our greatest offer with Optavia is not weight loss. Some of you might have thought that was our only offer. Our greatest weight loss, or our greatest offer, is actually coaching. That's how you change someone's life. Okay.
That's the most important product after all.
Someone's going to lose weight. Yay. The program works. It's phenomenal. They're going to dive into their life book. They're going to work on.
I know. I need a cringe counter. I need to figure out, I'm going to talk to DC and see how she does. Because the sound effects I could use and like the cringe counters, Oh man.
Their head stuff. But you know what? They're still going to show up at their job. They're still going to have all the stress. They're going to still have their 5 people around them or who are a hot mess and who are going to say, girl, you're so skinny. You're so skinny. Why are you doing that thing still? But when they...
Why are you talking like that, Gina? Stop talking like that. It's weird and uncomfortable.
get on fire and become a coach. I'm telling you.
Getting on fire means getting in fat burn. That's what she refers to, is the 5-in-1 plan.
You are wrecking the 5 people around them who are now on fire for health too. And it's a...
You're wrecking the 5 people around you. Exactly. That's why you should not be in Optavia. That's why you should cancel the auto ship. That's why you should get away from this company, because you're going to be wrecking many things, mainly your metabolism. But yikes.
A whole lot easier to stay on fire for coaching or for this program and staying on fire in your health when you got 5 of your closest friends doing this with you.
Oh,
it's fire, y'all. And you need to understand, them becoming a coach is the best thing that ever will happen to them. So Ty, let's move forward.
The best thing that ever happened to them? What about if they have children? What about when they had their children, when they adopted their children, or whatever that scenario is for them? Wouldn't those be like the best things that happened to them? Maybe they found the love of their life, or maybe they're embracing their single life and they got their dream job and they're doing exactly what they want. That's not Optavia. Wouldn't that be like great moments for these people? Oh no. Coaching in Optavia is the best thing they could ever imagine in their life.
Okay, and I want to tell you how to harvest. P.S. Ask, don't hint. Quit lollygagging around your friends. Quit going, you'd be so good. You're so good. I mean, like, I don't even know why you haven't. No, ask. Okay, have you ever thought about doing what I do? I think you'd be great. We talked about this on Power Hour today. Then shut up. Wait for them to respond. They will come back at you with, yeah, actually I have. I didn't know I could. Hello? I didn't know I could. Have you ever thought about what I'm doing? I think you'd be great.
Of course you do.
Well, I never really thought about it, but do you make any money? Y'all, they'll come at you with whatever concepts they have, good and bad, but you've got to ask. You have to ask. Okay, but this is for some of you that are like me. I came from another company that was a work from home company. And I know we have a lot of...
Another multi-level marketing company, you mean, Gina?
People on this call right now who maybe came from that space. This is something that I sent out to a few of the people that I had relationship with. Please, please, please promise me you will not just send this out to 5 billion people.
Hey, Gina, I think you're going to need to change your script, because there's going to be a lot of people that see this script that you just randomly send to people, aka cold messaging. But let's read it together. She mentioned something about this on the other video. I reacted to her content, or her training, if you will. I don't know if you've ever thought of doing what I do. We need a dramatic reading, and I hope my microphone cooperates. I'm going to move my mic. Hang with me here, okay? I don't know if you've ever thought of doing what I do, but business is blowing up for me right now. So much so that I can't handle all of the people reaching out. If I were to show you how to create an extra $500 to $1,000 a month in income, would that be something you'd want to explore? Ma'am, That's an income claim because the amount of people that are making on paper $500 to $1,000 a month is not a lot in Optavia. Like, what are you talking?
Okay, that is not what this is about. This is not about spamming people because now you're recruiting, not sponsoring. You got to love them enough to follow through with what I'm stating. And if you don't love them enough to follow through with teaching them how to do this, then stop. But a lot of us came from a direct sales company, an MLM, network marketing.
All the same
maybe
thing.
you were just one of those medical transcribers, whatever it was.
What?
You have people in your life who
What? Of all the options, she just throws out, maybe you're one of those medical transcribers. Gina, I'm sorry to be laughing so much, but like, this is so ridiculous to me. All of it. It's so... The fact that this was uploaded to YouTube, the fact that they think that this is training is ridiculous. Oh, I'm trying to hold it together, you guys, but I'm really having a hard time with it.
need to hear this. So understand this. I don't know. And I always start with this. I don't know, because I don't know. I don't know if you've ever thought of doing what I do, but business is blowing up for me right now.
I like how she emphasized, I don't know because I don't know, but then didn't emphasize any other part of this message. It almost feels like, oh, well, you know, business isn't really booming, but I'm going to tell them that so that they hop on it right now. Oh my God.
So much so that I cannot handle all the people reaching out. If I were to show you how to create an extra $500 to $1,000 per month in income, would that be something you'd want to explore? Not, hey girl, I'm gonna hand you 30,000 clients and you're gonna make millions of dollars. And baloney. You have to follow it up. But you've got to be bold. You've got to reach out, because I'll tell you this, in that company that I worked for before for 17 years, top producing person in that.
What company was she a part of? Do you guys remember? Also, I don't know. I don't know why she keeps changing her voice like that. It's awful. It's awful.
Company, not number one, not taking that, but I was pretty dang good.
At manipulating?
I can't even count on my hands how many of those people that I was leading were actually taking home money in the bank, have to pay taxes on.
Okay, I feel like she's kind of combining two different things. On one hand, she's saying, I can't even count 5 people from her previous company that were actually taking home income. So it sounds to me like she has some awareness around how MLMs work, and the person at the top is the person that makes the most money. But then the tax part seems out of place. I don't know.
$500 to $1,000 a month. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Y'all have a gift. How many of your girlfriends are beating down your Facebook Messenger going, girl, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi. Hi, how are you? No. Y'all, we have a gift. Let's share it.
Speaking of gifts, according to Optavia's income disclosure statement from 2022, for all independent Optavia coaches, do you know what percentage of people within Optavia are making $501 to $1,000 a year? So she's talking about 500 a month. So actually, I retract that statement. So she's talking about somebody that is making 6,000 or more for the year. So let me actually go back. Do you know how many people, we'll just use the range 5,000 to 5,001 penny to 7,500 for the year. Do you guys know the percentage? Just throw some percentages out. We'll see who gets the closest without going over. It's the Price is Right rules over here. I wish I had that sound effect right now. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. But, you know, what percentage, for those of you that are watching live, of people, according to their income disclosure statement from 2022, are making, don't cheat either. Don't cheat. Okay. 5,000 to 7,500 per year. 5,000 and a penny, excuse me. Ooh, Auntie Lushy is very close. She said she can't even count all the people on one hand, as like it's more than 5 people. Thanks, Janet. 2%. Ooh, we're getting close. We're getting close. It is actually, brace yourselves. Because remember, Gina said she knows how to pick winners. She knows who's going to be good at this. And then she's presenting this like she's so busy. She has so many things going on that she can't possibly coach her own people. And she's coaching people to make $500 to $1,000 a month. Her words, y'all heard it. 3.42% of the company is making the amount that would track with what she is saying. 3.42%. So she's dangling the carrot like, how would an extra $500 to $1,000 a month sound to you? Would that be helpful? Yeah, it would. Okay, great. Awesome. And then they get in, and the majority of people in this company are making less than, I don't know. You guys know how my math is. Hold on. Hold, please. The majority of them are making less than $100 a month. You know? Oh, this is so nice. Thank you so much. Australia loves you, Erin. You're beautiful. Thank you. That's so nice. So the majority of people in the company are not making anywhere near the $500 to $1,000 a month that she's talking about, unless they recruit. 3.42%, you guys. It's wild.
I think we should go over. What's your call?
Listen, you the boss.
How
You
many
the boss,
people-
applesauce.
You want us to do a coach explore?
Please do.
A coach explore?
Yeah, we're gonna do a fakie.
Okay,
What do you find out?
you be the coach. I be the kid.
I'm totally. Did we have more slides? Because I feel like we had a couple more slides.
Yeah,
but
we
I feel
have a
like-
couple of last tips, just a few reminders.
Why don't you do the few reminders? We're gonna go a few minutes over. You may want to hang on for this because we're gonna do a
I mean, no lies were told. Y'all better hang on for this. For people you would love to work with, have you ever thought of doing what I do? I think you would be great. Yeah. For those you may know, in other at-home businesses, in other multi-level marketing companies, I don't know if you've ever thought of doing what I do, but business, oh, it's the same script. The same script that she's sending to her friends and family. That she doesn't want people to send to a bunch of people, but she wants them to send to a bunch of people. Also, we don't want to miss the fakies, you know? We don't want to miss that.
practice health assessment, not health assessment, excuse me, an explore
Oh,
call.
God.
And by the way, we have not rehearsed this because we weren't going to have time.
Clearly. Every seed is unique. Some take root and grow strong and fast. Others take time and need more nurturing. Does a farmer stop sowing seeds just because some don't grow? Oh my God. Follow the system. The system is like an experienced farmer showing you how to yield the biggest crop from your planting. Spoiler alert, that's recruiting. Okay. God. We're not talking about plants or crops. We're talking about people.
So I'm going to be the coach, and Tylena is going to be the person considering coaching, so she can throw all the well, maybe not all the curveballs you have,
all the curveballs,
but like you can throw some stuff at me, and we'll just have fun with this. Okay. But right now, let's go for a few reminders.
Okay, just a couple. So the first one is, listen, every seed is unique, and especially you that have gardens and have planted, some take root and they go strong and they go super fast, but others, they take time and they need more nurturing. And here's the question I want to pose. Like, does a farmer just stop sowing seeds just because some don't grow? Absolutely not. He's showing up day in, day in out, or she's showing up day in and day out. And the other reminder is really just to follow the system, because it's really like inexperienced farmers showing you how to yield the biggest crop from planting. So instead of being like, oh, let me figure out when's the best time to plant this, the farmer's already done it and has laid out the framework and shows you what soil to use, what sod to use. So that is what the system is. So that's 2 tips. And a couple more is brand yourself consistently. Now, if you haven't watched the branding basics video, I'm gonna just say, go to the system. Emma Duncan said,
brand yourself consistently. What happens to a flower pot that doesn't get watered regularly? It shrivels up and dies. If you don't brand or post consistently, the same thing can happen to your business. What's wild is they all post similar things. There's like a 3 post per day like service that they use. And so they'll post like client results or coaches results, and then they'll post like a recipe and then like something inspirational or something like that. So they all post kind of the same things. It's to the point where I can go to Facebook, because MLMers like Facebook. That's their happy place, because they have groups on Facebook they can, funnel people into. But I can go through people's pages before I even know that they're in Optavia, and I can see that they're all doing the same thing. I'm like, oh, this is Optavia. It's crazy. You know how we have kind of learned the language of certain companies? Same kind of thing here. It's crazy.
They're real nice. You can just click business resources. It'll drop you all the way to the bottom, and there's the branding basics video. But watch that, because what happens to a flower pot that doesn't get watered regularly? Trust me, I know it happened when I went on a road trip. It shrivels up and it dies. And so if you don't brand and post consistently, the same thing can happen to your business, because when you don't show up, people are like, oh, she must be done.
So would you classify posting under the sun or the shade aspect from this training? Because we've jumped a whole lot. We're planting seeds. We're sowing. Oh, I have to parent. 1 second. What's up?
Can I get something?
What is it?
It's Battlefield 5. All my friends have it.
How much is it?
$12.49.
For a game?
Yeah, because it's definitive. How do you pronounce that? Definitive.
Definitive?
Definitive.
It's a good word.
A definitive edition.
Uh-huh.
And it's on a sale right now for 12.
12. Let me ask my friends if that's okay.
Okay.
Do you guys think I should? What is it called?
Battlefield 5.
Should I let him get? What is Battlefield 5? Is it like a shooting game?
It's like a game where yes, basically yes, but it's about.
What's it rated?
It's about World War II and it's rated T. But
It's cool.
It's about World War II. It's basically like War Thunder, but you're on the ground.
Okay. Should I let him get it or not, you guys? Everybody's saying yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
How is your chat able to determine that?
Because I'm live right now.
I'm gonna come and say hi.
No, you don't need to come say hi.
Tell them that.
Okay. Gavin says hi, everybody. Okay. Enjoy. Don't be loud up there. Okay. He's very polite. He got it. I'm going to let him get it. I totally forgot what I was saying. So we're just going to keep it moving.
And I want people that come to my page and know Tylena's in this for the long game. And so I've signed up clients that I shared the program with when I very first started program. And it's because they're like, oh, you still showing up?
Gavin is 9. He'll be 10 in September.
Absolutely. This ain't no little fun little side thing. Like, I'm in this. I'm pursuing my health until the very last day. And honestly, the last part is the seed has to be planted and it has to be watered. You can't just plant the seed and leave it. It'll die. You have to water it. And so what seeds are you planting? Because you will always reap what you sow. And that goes with anything. You sow love, you reap love. You sow discord, you're going to be reaping a bunch of drama. You sow seeds of hope and inspiration, you're going to receive all of the abundance that comes from that.
Us versus them mentality. All of those examples that she just gave is very black and white thinking. Very us versus them. You're either in abundance or you're a loser. I'm laughing, but like that's how extreme they are with this. It's wild.
And so I know you guys have seen it. What goes around comes around. So Gina, let's do the little double screen. Let's do it. I'm nervous.
Okay, give me
Yes,
a second
please.
here.
Brace
Okay.
yourselves, guys.
Let's see what we got.
Wild
Let's
times
see.
here.
Okay, before we go forward.
Can I also say that we're only halfway through this video? We are only halfway through this video. They said, well, you know, we've gone over on time. We're halfway through. Just want to let you guys know that. Avery, Joe, and I have your first piece of Optavia merch in the Discord for you, Aaron. We're being so productive. Oh my God. Thank you. DC, it needs to be, you need to drop some merch too. That needs to happen. Thank you for that. You guys are awesome.
Before we do this,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to throw out a shout out to Debbie Akmoudi just to say thank you for the majority of this
Did
content.
somebody get slapped?
She would have done this call for you, but there was a slight interruption. And some of you know, but I just wanted to say thank you, Debbie. And we can't take full credit.
So just so everybody knows, the link for the Discord is for members only. So if you'd like to become a member, you can click on any of my videos. It's typically easier from a computer, and there should be a link that says, you know, become a member or support the channel or something like that. That's how you can become a member. And then once you become a member, you can go to the community tab, and there should be a link there for you to join the Discord. So thank you for asking that.
For the content, but we did add a little, and we're
Just
gonna
the messenger.
we're about to add a little bit more. So Tylena, I don't know if you've ever really thought about doing what I do. I think you'd be great.
Of course you do.
Gina,
So authentic.
I don't know why you would think I'd be great, but I don't like selling stuff. So I haven't considered it.
It's a weed. It's a weed. Pull the weed. Next message. That's what Gina taught us at the beginning of this. Remember that?
First of all, Tylena, that's exactly why I think you would be great. Just an FYI, and you know, I think we could just explore it and see how it fit into your world.
Oh my God, all these comments about the Discord. Thank you guys. One thing that you guys probably, maybe you know, maybe you don't, is I think that's probably one of the most common topics that JJ and I talk about is what can we do more for our members, because we feel like, and I know that I feel like I'm not doing enough, even though I'm putting out content and I really try to get videos out the day prior and just try to be an active participant, because I feel like you guys are choosing to support me. And whether that means just watching the video or liking the video, subscribing, you know, commenting, those are all ways that you can support me for absolutely free. And I am so grateful that all of you are here. But for me, I want to make sure that I'm actively participating, and I don't want to feel like you guys are just sending me money and I'm like, thanks for the support. I want to be actively participating. So I'm constantly thinking of things that I can do. I do need to update, just full disclosure. The member situation is growing a whole lot, which I'm very grateful for, but it's now come to the point where I need to figure out how I can adjust, because there's no way that I can mail members a bunch of stuff. So I'm trying to figure that out. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for the support. It means a whole lot. And please don't feel pressured to become a member if it's not something that you're able to do or willing to do. That's okay. I just appreciate you guys watching and subscribing and commenting and interacting with me. It's very cool, and it's not anything that I will ever take advantage of. I appreciate it, you know, and I feel like I don't say that enough.
But I will tell you this, that salespeople don't make it in this business because we're not paid to sell people. We're actually paid to support our clients. And
Gina, you don't earn a commission off of selling somebody on some food, on some program. That's selling. You are selling people on something. You are selling them on coaching. That's why you have the whole script. That's why you have the calls that you do. That's why you have them do the way day posts, because you're trying to convert them into a coach by showing them the possibilities. Listen, all your friends are asking questions. This is how you do it. This is what I do. I'm too busy. These can be your customers. You're selling them on something. Just call it what it is. My God.
Really help them achieve the best results. So that is actually why that was one of the reasons I thought you'd be amazing.
I'm glad you said that, because I will say, Gina, I do really like helping people. Like, just
also, I love you guys too. And I appreciate you so much. And I see all of your kind words, and it means a lot to me. So thank you guys.
by nature. And so now that you say you're just supporting people, I mean, I guess I would consider it like, what's the next step? Like, do I have to buy something?
No, I think like first we got to figure out if it'll even fit. Like, girl, it might not be for you.
Gina, you are not being truthful at all. And what's worse is you're teaching your team not to be truthful. In this very example, do I have to buy something? Yes, you do. The product and the coaching package. I don't think I've even looked at the coaching packages. Yeah, you have to buy something. This fluctuation in the volume of her voice and the pitch of her voice is like, we know you're lying, Gina. You're not telling the truth. We all know that. If you're on her team and you think that this training is like amazing, she's teaching you to be deceptive. She's teaching you to lie to people. That is unethical. Also, Gen Z would like to have a word because this whole just taking somebody's word for it instead of researching for themselves. Yeah, that's slowly becoming a thing of the past. I talked about that on the Pure Romance video.
Hello, but it could rock your world. And I mean, I'm pretty good at identifying who is a great supporter, who has big energy, and who is going to love people well. And that I see in you. And so what I would love to do is just send you a quick it's probably since you've never done our program or anything before.
This is training.
I'd love to send you about a 15-minute video that kind of explains a tiny bit about our program, but also really helps you understand a little bit more about our program. Could I just drop that in a quick Facebook message, and maybe you could watch it, and then we could regroup maybe later tonight?
Okay, yeah, I'll watch it since you said it's not too long.
Awesome. It's 8:00 now. How long? Do you have a bunch of stuff right now, or could you watch that video right away?
Welcome.
I can watch it, but I probably need another like 40 minutes. I need to put my kids down first.
Okay. Why don't we look at 9:00 tonight?
Okay.
So I'll send that over right now so you have time to watch it.
I'm sorry, at 9:00 I will be unavailable. I will be in my pajamas, binge watching whatever show I want to watch until I fall asleep. Yeah. Don't call me at 9:00. Actually, don't call me.
And then that'll give you a little bit of time to think. Now, guys, I want to ad-lib this really quickly. If it's a client who's already on plan, it's a 5-minute video. I still want them to watch it.
Here's Luna. You know, she's got to make an appearance every live video. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. Do you want me to hold you or not? Come on, my friends are waiting. They're waiting to see you. They're waiting. Okay. I don't know why you always try to run from me. You want me to hold you. Say hello. Say hello to everybody. See, everybody's saying hi. I know you can't see, but guys, look at her. I know. Luna just makes everything better. Huh. What are you doing? Can you guys see the toe beans? What are you doing, mamas? Yeah. She has started doing this thing where she lays on my chest like all the time. So if I'm in bed, she wants to be on my chest. Also, she follows my hands. So if my hands are out of the blanket, she's following my hands because she thinks I have to rub her all the time. Don't you? Yeah, but that's okay. I don't mind it. Yeah, she's a sweet girl. She's cute. Streams and toe beans merch. DC, I love that. I love that. Okay, I have to put you down now because I have to get back to, reacting to the video. She's like snoring. Okay. All right. I'll love on you after this. Okay. All right. All right. Back to the video.
Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there because the video gets them excited. The video opens the door. The video does not answer every question they're going to have.
The video opens the door to the cult. Is that what happens? Oh, thanks, DC. Is that what it opens the door? It's the doorway to the cult. Yeah, sounds about right.
But it gets them thinking down the pathway that we want them thinking of. Like, we don't want them tripped up on this salesy stuff that she was talking about. We don't want them tripped on that. Like, people ask 4 questions. They just care about 2 things. They either care about money or they care about impact. Ouch. I said it. That's right. I called it out. They care about money.
Remember the highlighting thing from earlier? She's highlighting all of her notes thinking she's making an impact. People are not just thinking about money or impact. People are thinking about, how much time is this going to take? Is it going to be worth my time? Am I going to be paid accordingly? What kind of income are we talking about? And then that's where, if you're in an MLM or somebody is trying to recruit you into an MLM, that's where you break out the income disclosure statement. Just understand that you are going to spend a lot of time, and the numbers on income disclosure statements are horrendous typically anyways. But when you think about, you're basically going to be working this as a full-time job, essentially, and you're getting paid the wages that are horrible for the year, if at all, knowing that 99.7% of people in MLM lose money or don't make any at all. It's not worth anybody's time. Unless you get in early, unless you have a large following. That's why they go after some of these influencers. That's it. It makes no sense.
Ooh, quit shaming them for caring about money. We all have to keep the lights on. It's okay. P.S. If you're in this because you want to make money, quit feeling shameful about it. There ain't no shame in blessing the world, and it takes money to do that. Okay, that's a whole nother call. Okay.
None of which the majority of people in Optavia are making.
So now it's 9 o'clock. Tylena and I are hopping on a call. I forgot to tell you the 4, right? They want to make it. Anyways, let's go with Ty. Okay. Hey, Ty, did you get a chance to watch that video?
I watched it. That was a lot of information, but it's good.
Yeah, I'm sure that it probably brought up a ton of questions. Maybe it didn't. I know you didn't have a whole lot of time to process it, but I was curious, what'd you love most about it?
Oh, God.
Well, about the program, I do like that. I mean, I do need to lose weight, so I do love that it talked about just like the healthy habits in the video, and like building upon that. So that's something personally that I like. Regarding the business, I think just the opportunity to just have some money on the side. Like my family and I, we haven't taken a lot of vacations. So I think just knowing that by me getting healthy, I might be able to take a couple of vacations, which would be nice.
Oh, girl, I am telling you, when I first started coaching.
Do you guys hear Luna? She wants to have a word with Gina. Now she stopped.
I really had no idea what it was going to do. To be honest with you, I didn't even want to be a coach. That's why I love hopping on these calls.
I'm sorry, Gina. Nobody believes that. You came from another company to Optavia. Nobody is going to buy the fact that you are saying, I didn't even want to be a coach. Really? Nobody believes that.
Because it's like, once I understood, hey, wait, I want to get healthy and I can get paid to do it. Why not? Why not? And I get to do this with my mom and a couple of my besties. Yeah, baby, I'm in. You're really going to pay me to call my girlfriend who we already went to the gym. We already walked together. So, it just made sense.
Leave your friend alone. And I love the fact that they are going to the gym. Leave them alone.
To me, So, I love that you're intrigued by the program. I do think we could hop on a health assessment maybe in a couple days or so and really kind of go over which plan would work best for you. But as far as the coaching side of this, what surprised you?
Karina.
I think what surprised me is just it didn't say anything about selling. And I guess that's why I thought you were selling like a program. When I looked at, the stuff on your page, I was like, oh, maybe she's selling something that's helping these people.
She
lose weight.
is.
So I guess I'm surprised by this.
First of all, she is selling something, and no, it's not helping people. They're losing a lot of weight quickly, which is not sustainable, which is not healthy in most cases. And then they gain it all back and then some. If they can't afford the program anymore, or they don't feel good, they gain all that weight back and then some. And then it starts this whole cycle of, I'm going to gain all this weight for however many months. And then I'm going to reach out to my coach. I'm going to get back on the 5-in-1. And the whole time that person gets paid. It's a vicious cycle. When if these people would just put the MLM down, and the amount of money that they are spending on the 5-in-1, hired a dietitian and a personal trainer, and a lot of personal trainers like mine, Susan, shout out to you, friend, work virtually. So there are ways that you can do that. And hiring a dietitian and a trainer are going to be cheaper and more effective, in my opinion, than something like the 5-in-1 plan. The 5-in-1 is not sustainable. Working with a dietitian and a trainer is going to help you to understand your body, how you process food. It's going to, and you may need a therapist as well if you have some challenges with your relationship with food. You may need to seek help with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. You are going to see better results over the long run than you are going to in the short run with Optavia. Because what happens on the other side of Optavia, or any other, it's not just MLMs. You guys know how I feel about MLMs, but any way of extreme dieting, you're going to have the same kind of results when you stop the extreme dieting. So if you work with the professionals to understand, obviously, if you have access, to the doctor, to having lab work done, stuff like that, go and have your labs done, go and have a physical done if you're able to, and make sure everything is okay. Make sure all your organs and bodily functions are in check. This stuff is so expensive. And on the other end of, like the aftermath, if you will, I think is a great way of saying that. It's going to put you so many steps behind. And for what? To look good in a certain size dress or pant size or whatever for an event? Like, it makes no sense to me.
That, so.
Awesome. Well, I could tell you all the amazing things about Optavia, what it's done for my family, what it's done for the people that I've worked with, but I'd rather just answer your questions about coaching. So what kind of questions are you? I mean, first of all, are you okay with that?
Yeah. I mean, I guess one of the concerns I have is, I have 2 kids. I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. And right now it's like they're in camps, and then we're just trying to navigate the summer. And I don't know if I'll have enough time really to do everything that might be required. So I think that's one of the questions and concerns that I have, is just about the time commitment.
Girl, do I hear you? Okay. I have 7 kids, first of all. They range between 9 and 25. He might correct me. It's 26 probably. But okay, I've got a wide range of kids doing a wide range of activities.
How do you not know how old your children are? It's so weird.
When I first started this program and when I first started coaching, they were.
Okay, this I love. My dietitian said to me, before you can lose weight effectively, you need to first stabilize the weight so it's not going to yo-yo all over the place. Because of her, I'm getting healthier slowly. I love this so much. And this is the basis of what I was saying at the beginning of this live stream, and how I had to, after being keto for 3.5 years and the damage that did to my metabolism, according to the dietitian that I was working with, I had to reverse diet, which meant I was going to put weight on, because when you are restrictive and you start introducing more calories, your body stores it. And it has to get to a point where your body goes, okay, I'm going to be consistently eating. Right on. Okay. We can deal with this. And at that point is when you start to work on body recomposition. And that's what it sounds like is happening from the comment that I just shared, which is amazing. And that is when you are going to see the changes in your body. For me, my weight has not changed since the end of February, but you can clearly tell from the pictures that I shared on Instagram today from March 6th. It's a side-by-side comparison from March 6th to yesterday, April 23rd, I think was yesterday. The differences are huge, and it's because I'm losing fat and gaining muscle. You can see the changes in my muscle. You guys comment about it often privately. But that's why I put that side-by-side picture, because I think that's important for us to talk about it in a healthy way, rather than, try this product that's gonna burn your fat and this and that, and like all this crazy gimmicky stuff, whether it's an MLM or an extreme way of eating or some weird product that's out on the market. It's not worth it. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now and play the video.
Babies and teenagers. And we were go, go, go. I had another career that I absolutely loved and adored, wasn't looking for anything extra. My husband pastored a church and I ran all the little church activities. And, on top of that, because, 2 jobs is not enough, we also flipped homes for fun. Yeah, we were busy.
Okay.
So I hear you on the busy side, but there's a few things I want you to understand. One, busy people know how to get stuff done.
Oh.
True.
Okay. The other thing is,
busy people know how to get stuff done. So add some more to your plate when you're already telling me you're overwhelmed or you don't have a lot of time. That makes sense, Gina. Oh, but this is to help her, right? This isn't to push your agenda. This isn't for you to make money. This isn't for you to just recruit somebody. This is really to help this person though, right? When only 3.24, I think it is 3.24% of people are making $500 to $1,000 a month, which is the example that she gave, according to their income disclosure statement. Also that wasn't factual from her, but this is about her. She's planting the seed. She wants to make sure that this person knows what a gift this is. And it's going to leave them with a wrecked metabolism, probably in debt, and questioning everything about relationships, which is something that is not talked about a whole lot. Learning how to connect with people without a hidden agenda after you've been in a multi-level marketing company for however long is very difficult. Setting boundaries, very difficult. There's a lot of things, I bit my cheek, that people lose when it comes to being a part of multi-level marketing.
that I didn't want to be busy forever.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found was I was busy making a living, not busy making a life. And one of the things that coaching did for us is it helped me buy my life back.
You can do both. You can make a living and build a life all at the same time. Again, very much black and white, us versus them thinking.
And once I bought my life back, then I got really excited about buying my husband's life back so that my kids could have both mom and dad at dinner time. And I don't know if that's a value to you or not, but that was a huge win for us.
Yeah, no, it is. Now that you're talking, something else kind of like rose up a little bit, and
something rose up. I love the fact that she is actually, in my opinion, admitting that she's being manipulated right now. This is a great example. Oh my God.
I want to be completely honest with you. Another thing that is like coming up in my mind is I went to your page and I see that you had like a transformation, and I have still probably good 20, 30 pounds that I need to lose. And so I just feel weird trying to coach somebody through something when I'm not like a size 2 right now,
Oh my gosh, I'm dying laughing right now because Tylena, you only know me as where I came from, where I am right now, but
oh my God.
Can I just tell you, I felt the exact same way. I was a size 20 when I started this program.
No.
I'm not kidding you. And 10 days in, my mama is like, I want to do what you're doing. And you know, you can't hide what you're
Right.
doing from your mama. You can hide
Right.
it from others, but you can't hide it. P.S. You can't really hide losing weight, but I was determined I could hide it. But my mama wanted to do the plan. We made a deal. If you won't tell anyone, I'm in. And you know what she did? She put a post on Facebook and tagged me to it a week later. And 23 girlfriends reached out wanting to do
Wow.
the workout program. I had no idea. First of all, almost all of them were smaller than me. Most of them were a size 10. Now, I don't know about you, but as a size 20, my dream
Yeah.
size was a size 10.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, girl, I just want to trade spaces with you. Like,
Right.
The way that these people are obsessed with size is so fat phobic. The idea that you have to be the smallest you could possibly be, which is something that they strive for. They strive for like 19% body fat, which is not healthy for some people. You know, the fact that they call ultra health, I think it's 19%. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, you guys. This is so dangerous for so many people, and it's making people it's, in my opinion, it's creating body dysmorphia in people. It's creating this looking in the mirror and you know, not liking what they see, and their value as a human being only on the size of their waist or the number on the scale. No matter what size your body is, you are a valuable human being. You bring value to those around you. It is important that you are here. And the fact that these people are using things like this to try and manipulate people into disordered eating or full-on eating disorders, excuse me, in my opinion, I think is absolutely vile, because at the end of the day, it's just lining their bank account. It's lining their pocketbook, if you will. And I think that that's gross in how they are presenting all of this. Like, we're going to help you get healthy, and I'm a hope dealer and all of this stuff. And then they drop people after. If they decide to get off plan or whatever, they go on their 90-day follow-up list or whatever. And people are hurt after this. Their metabolism, all kinds of stuff that I've already talked about already on this live stream. But I just think that it's sad. I think it's manipulative. When you look at the numbers, when you look at, when I say numbers, I mean the numbers from the income disclosure statement. I just think all of it is horrible. And the fact that they present this in a way like they're actually helping people is absolutely disgusting. And they should be ashamed of themselves.
swap buys, why are you thinking? Because I didn't know that they had multiple plans. I didn't know that we had something for them. But guess what? They were wanting that size 2 body. They were wanting that size 4 body. And so I recognized, hey, as they started talking to me, you know what? We go to the gym together. We go on walks together. We go on every diet together. I want to do this one with you. Most of my girlfriends were like, I just want to do this with you. And I think what you're going to find is, as you're seeking health yourself, they're going to want to come alongside of you. And like I said, ultimately, I got paid to lose my weight. And can I tell you a little secret?
I'm listening.
Okay,
All ears.
just checking.
Eyes wide open.
11 and a half years later, I'm still getting paid to stay healthy.
You're not getting paid to stay healthy. You're getting paid to sell terrible programs, in my opinion, and to recruit people. And the reason that you are staying healthy, as you're referring to, is because you periodically do the 5 in 1. Because a business in fat burn, right? Or a body in fat burn, person in fat burn, is a business on fire, or however she words it, which is extremely dangerous, in my opinion.
Wow.
It was like life insurance for my health. Do you know, I had not been able to keep my weight off ever before that. I rode a roller coaster my whole life. This helped me because I was accountable to others. I wasn't left to my own demise. They didn't fist bump me and walk away and say, way to go. See you when you gain the 20 pounds back. No, I had to stare eyeball to eyeball with my girlfriends who were going to be out on that ball field. They were going to be in the bleachers with me cheering our kids on. There was no way I could let myself down. There was no way I was letting them down.
Yeah. Wow.
Get some new friends, Gina. If your friends are only holding you accountable by the size of your body, you need some new friends. Because I know my friends would be cheering me on whether I am getting the proper rest or just taking care of myself in general, putting out a great video, going to the gym, having a good meal. Friends are encouraging in all areas of their life, not just based on the size of somebody's body. That's ridiculous.
This is why I think you'd be so great, because you love people so well. You cheer people on. I feel like your kids are in all these activities and you're going to be able to come alongside those people. You just know a lot of people. And so you're going to be able to come alongside those moms that are at those activities. You're going to be able to help them and they're going to be able to serve their community. Like, I don't have a window into their world, but you do. And girl, if we can help you create that income, then you can create those vacations that you're talking about. You're going to be able to set money aside. I don't know about you. When I came in, I was pretty smart with my money. We didn't have a ton of debt, but I was feeling this urge to adopt. I felt this need to adopt, and we didn't have extra money to just set aside. And so we were able to set that money aside to adopt our kiddos because of that. And that's why I look at where you guys are and I go, man, what if you could get yourself out of debt? Now, I'm not talking crazy money. I'm talking about, let's just start off with making, a couple $100 a month, maybe even $500, $1,000 a month.
Yeah. And Gina, 3.24% of people in the company, according to the 2022 income disclosure statement, are the people that are making that $500 to $1,000 a month. 3.24, which means 96 point whatever are not making that.
Would that even make a difference for you?
That would make a huge difference. My car payment alone is $330. So if I could take care of that, that'd be awesome.
Oh my goodness. Do you realize that's helping 5 of your girlfriends get healthy? And you're going to have a little bit of surplus that would offset maybe cost of your food or maybe your internet bill or yourself.
Well, it's the first time that she's actually mentioned that, the cost of the food, because you've got to be a product of the product. So you've got to be on 5-in-1. You've got to be spending that money every single month. So when you think about that, and she's coaching people to make $500 to $1,000 a month, which we know is a very small percentage of people in the company that are actually doing that, you can see if you're putting all the numbers together, you can see that the people that she's coaching to make that money, the majority of them are going to lose money just on the cost of the food per month. She's coaching people to be a part of something because of the community, because they're working on their health, but the majority of them are losing money based on the math and based on the income disclosure statement. It's crazy to me.
Phone, for goodness sake.
Okay. I'll think about it. I'm not overwhelmed, but it's a lot to think about right now. And I just was not expecting you.
Thank you for doing that math, because if you guys don't know, they have the income ranges and then the percentage. So you have to add up all of the percentages on the you know what I'm saying. So thank you for doing that math. I appreciate you.
To reach out to me. I'm like super grateful for it, but I'm a processor. So I would love to think about it if we can like connect another time.
Absolutely. Here's what I want to do. If you're okay with it, I'm going to add you to my client support page.
Okay.
It's called, you can fill in the blanks. Okay. Or client support pages, but it's called this. I want you to go look for it. Let's do this right now, because I might forget, the kids are going to be calling for me. You're good. Your kids are in bed, but
I had to, it's my mental health. I had to.
Okay. So I'm going to add you to this group right now.
Okay.
Okay. Do you see the notification?
You're being invited to, live right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yep, join. Perfect. I want you to browse. I want you to see the success. I want you to understand. See, if I was a salesperson, I would not allow negative comments in there. I would not allow some of the things that you're going to see. You're going to see people happy. You're going to see people frustrated. You're going to see people cheating like cray-cray and hacking up everything that they're doing. And you're going to see people rocking it and just celebrating. I want you to understand this is about support. And this is one key element that we have. We have 4 key elements, but this is one key element we offer our clients that you're not going to have to come up with. You're not going to have to make your own page and find your own recipes and do all the things. That support is there for you as a new coach, and especially someone who's not even done our plan yet. So I want you to play in there. I want you to dig in there, check it out. Look at all the success, look at all the people winning in there. And I want you to know you would be joined.
I'm sorry. So many of these MLM groups actually don't allow real feedback. When I say real feedback, it's like if you, I always use typically this or lip gloss are my examples. But if I am reviewing this flavor, there's going to be people that love it. There's going to be people that hate it. And there's going to be people in between all over the place. If it's a 5-star rating, you're going to see all kinds of ratings. That's a normal review. But in MLMs, that is painted as negative. If you don't like the product, you don't like the flavor, you didn't get the results, they're like, oh, that's negative, and they don't allow it. So the fact that the testimonials typically are cultivated or curated, if you will, because they don't allow actual feedback in these types of groups, in my opinion, is absolutely wild. So again, if you're looking at it from a consumer's perspective, they're going to these groups and they're not getting the whole story. They're just getting the 5-star reviews. But how many 1-star reviews? How many 2 stars? What are people's actual experiences? They don't allow those things to be disclosed. Those people are painted as negative, as haters. Those people are painted as their reviews don't matter, block them from the group, that kind of thing, because that's going to impact people's sales, which is normally the process of how consumers make decisions a lot of times on products. They look at the reviews, that's a normal thing. But in MLMs, it's a very us versus them. So you either love it or you hate it. And if you hate it, you're out of the group. You're not part of this. You're not allowed here. We're not approving your posts, those types of things. So very interesting that Gina was talking about that.
That winning team, you would be a part of that. Okay. You would be making a difference for your friends. So right now, I just want you to be a fly on the wall.
Okay.
Look through it. Do you have maybe in a couple days we could hop on a call and I can just follow up and answer any questions. I'm sure you're going to think of a few. What does Thursday look like for you? Are you busy in the daytime or is evening better?
Actually, the daytime would be better because the kids are at camp.
Yeah.
Imagine how long this phone call goes on. This call in this role play situation started at 9 p.m.
Yeah. Okay. So daytime, does 10 a.m. work?
Yep. I'm putting it in my calendar now.
Perfect. I got you in mind. I'll give you a call back.
All right.
Or I'll give you a call then and we can just chat. And if it's not for you, I want you to know it changes nothing between the two of us. I just think you'd be great. Don't feel pressure. But I also know most people who get off these calls are like, why didn't I ask this? And why didn't I ask that? And by the way, just send me a Facebook Messenger with here's my 30 billion questions and we can answer those on Thursday when we chat. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks, Gina. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, guys. Y'all see, this is not an interview. This is not a recruiting call to get them, to loop them to nothing. This is meet them where they're at and figure out how coaching could wreck their world. Do you notice I didn't say to Tylena, girl?
This is how coaching could wreck their world. Gina, thank you so much for making my job easier. Just keep saying that. You're wrecking people's world with coaching in Optavia. I love that for us.
We're going to pay off those student loans. We're going to make you thousands and thousands of dollars. My best girlfriend, she's making this. My paycheck this last month was this.
That's an income claim, and you can't do that. Although in their recruiting groups, that's all you see are income claims, and the disclosure is like this big next to the income claim. Nobody's going to read it. Nobody can read it because it's so small. Ma'am, that's an income claim. That's an income claim. You can't do that. But that's how they recruit in Optavia. They show their income in a private group. I'll get screenshots of it. It's fascinating.
But I also want to throw this out there. I've been on phone calls with doctors and lawyers and people who are high income earners. And even if you're not making it, it doesn't mean that Optavia is not paying it. So
What? Gina, you think that's a good decision? Also, this lotion from All the Little Things. Incredible. Oh, sorry, it's sold out. Actually, I probably should have mentioned that, but you think that telling your people just because you're not making it doesn't mean Optavia isn't paying it is a good strategy to motivate your team? You really think that? Because, wow. Oh, man.
if you have your heart in the right space and they say to you, man, I hate my job. I hate what I do. Do you know most doctors that I talk to go into medical care? Really, honestly, all medical professionals go into, I shouldn't say all, a lot, go into medicine because they want to make a difference in the world. And what they realize is they just went into sick care and not health care. And we offer health care. We are a paradigm shift for them. But they,
Gina, you've got to be kidding me. Also cite your sources. What you're saying is ridiculous.
got bills to pay. They can't just walk away. Adam couldn't just walk away because I found something amazing. I had to bust my butt to make it happen. But you know why I did? Because I knew people that were getting checks, that were paying the amount of money that I needed to make in order for him to walk away, that were paying those things. So you don't have to be the one, as long as you know that Optavia will pay it. You can communicate that with confidence. But don't be making promises. You don't know. I don't know whether that doctor is going to do the work or not. This is not easy peasy, quick cash. Let's roll. We are not a get rich quick scheme. Don't make it one.
Yeah, we know that because we looked at the income disclosure statement. So a lot of people aren't making money, but okay.
Y'all, I don't sugarcoat the work, but it's worth it. And they can't make what we make. They are glass ceilinged out. Glass ceilinged out. Y'all, we have an incredible offer. Many of you have heard me say this before. We will wreck your world.
Gina, I hope you have stopped saying that since this, because that's not a good thing. Also, the slide literally said coaching is easy and that it's fun. Now it's, oh, it's work.
In a really,
Embarrassing.
really good way. But if this ain't for you, it ain't for you.
It's not
Can
for
I tell
anybody.
you, I've had many a person who saw a good opportunity come running at this company full force, and they weren't a good fit.
But you still recruited them, didn't you?
But guess what? You're not desperate. You don't need a coach. You need to bless them. You need to wreck their world. You need to understand what you have in your hands.
I think I'm going to change the title of this for those for those of you that are watching live. I think I'm going to change the title of it to Gina Eccles teaches us how to wreck our world, or some version of that.
We'll change their life. it will change their life. Tylena, I'm going to put you back on for just a second
Oh my God.
because I just feel like we're supposed to share this.
Please.
Tylena came in. I'm totally throwing you under the bus for just a moment here, but I think she trusts me. Do you trust me, Tylena?
Yeah.
She thinks that throwing somebody under the bus is a good example. It's giving, we're gonna wreck your world.
Okay, Tylena came into this business a little bit kicking and screaming, a little bit naive, a little bit thinking she was a little hot stuff, knowing she was going to be amazing. And I don't know if you know this, Tylena, or not, but when she came in, she had a lot of really good ideas that were not so really good.
A lot of really good ideas, not so good. So they weren't good ideas, Gina.
And I reached out to her mentorship team and I was like, yikes, what's this lady doing?
Oh my God.
Does she not know how to be duplicable? See, Tylena has charisma. How many of y'all would say, like, dropping
Duplicatable? Is that what she meant to say? This is so weird.
a chat of one if you are fired up right now? Okay, she has
Are you guys fired up? If you are, drop a fire emoji in the comments. Oh my God.
charisma. I saw the charisma straight out her Facebook page. I was like, woo, pure fire. But every single quote had Tylena Adudu. Tylena, she was retaking pictures of every single piece of food and Tylena Adudu watermark on everything. Everything. And I was like, what's
I mean, didn't you just teach your team about branding?
Tylena Adudu gonna do when she's got a team and they not a doo-doo? Thank God she was coachable, but I think she was a little taken aback. I don't know for sure. You could maybe answer that.
Oh, for sure. I just felt like I could brand better. You know, Canva was my friend, but it took so much time. When I think about the time it took to like do all that branding, I like had like documents that I would put, not documents, but like sheets to like backgrounds. Like I bought like big old backgrounds to take. I said, girl, you're doing the most, just have a seat, you know, but I just wanted to be given to authenticity, you know? So I was like, it's more authentic because I take my own picture. And I was like, this for the birds, this is too much.
And while you're busy being authentic, we're busy cashing the check.
Listen, okay. I said, we're done.
While you were busy being authentic, we were busy cashing the check. Gina? Oh, I need that in like a soundbite. I need that to be able to play on videos moving forward. I don't know how to do that, but I need that. Hi, babe. My husband just came home from work. I'm live. You can come kiss me if you want. Hi. I'll talk to you when I'm done.
Hair.
No, you're fine. I'll talk to you when I'm done. I'm almost done. Get out of here.
We're done, TY. We're not a content creator. We're not influenced right now. Let's just go ahead and be a leader, you know?
Yeah. And so
I know I need a soundboard. Somebody else said that. I need to look into that. I just haven't.
So y'all.
Oh, also, I don't know who it was or if they were on this live, but somebody mentioned Skillshare, and I'm actually taking editing classes for Final Cut Pro on Skillshare. So if that was you that suggested that, I had not heard of that website. I appreciate you. Thank you for telling me, because now I'm taking a class, and in a little while, I'm going to watch some videos on Final Cut Pro. So thank you.
Tylena really found coaching. She really fell in love with coaching, and I feel like I'm speaking for you, but through a power hour when we back used to go live with power hours. And I'm pretty sure on one of those first calls where she came off mute and I was like, oh, she got charisma. I knew she had it. I knew she's back. I'm pretty sure there was this moment where I probably said to her, girl, I'm going to wreck your world if you'll let me. But it's going to be really good.
Gina, I do not consent to you attempting to wreck my world or anybody else's for that matter.
It's going to be her coaches. Watch out. Right? It's going to be good. how can we all carry that much confidence? What were you thinking when we're talking to you like this, Ty?
You know, I mean, I don't want this call to go too long, but I will say I felt like cared for. You know, I don't mind. I'm not like one of those people like, oh, you can't tell me what to do. I'm not like that, because I'm like, obviously they know what they're doing, you know? So I felt seen, which was crazy, because I'm like, I'm a peon.
That's called love bombing. Okay, that is a main tool that these people, in my opinion, use. Love bombing. They're trying to solidify the transactional relationship to make sure that you stick around. Don't cancel your auto ship. Don't cancel that auto ship.
Out here in South Florida, I'm like I'm literally starting a charter school. Like, why are they even looking at my stuff? You know, so the fact that I felt seen and then I felt like somebody wanted to help me, that was big for me, because I felt like a lot of times in my life that I had to help myself and I had to figure things out myself. So to have people that were like, no, I know how to do this and I want to help you do it better. It just felt like someone taking like a wild horse and just like bringing it into the stable, like feeding it, cutting his hair a little bit. And you're like, oh, snap, I'm a show horse now. Look at me, you know? So, so I appreciated it. Yeah, I appreciate. Oh, I know. Listen, I know. And that's the thing that I think comes across is, just the confidence. And one of the things that I try to tell some of my coaches is that the confidence comes from the competence, you know, like when you're competent in something, the confidence grows, you know? So when I know I'm competent in understanding public speaking, so I'm confident when I speak because I have a degree in it, you know? But if you ask me if I feel confident to file these taxes, absolutely not. Absolutely not confident. You know, I got a person for that, you know? And so for coaches, we can grow that confidence, you know, the more competent we become in the system and what it looks like to just grow personally, which I wasn't given to before Optavia. I didn't think I had, you know, audience. So I had the kids, but.
Wait, first of all, she said she wasn't growing prior to this, but didn't she say she has like a whole degree and that she was in a job where she was recruiting people? That's going to take some sort of skill, some sort of learning to be able to do that. I don't. You were developing personally prior to Optavia. Don't discredit your work. Don't discredit your effort that you put in to gain that skill. It's like, I find that so weird. It's like, oh, my life was so terrible before. I was so uneducated. And it's like, you have a degree. You're not, I know I'm wording that kind of weird, but this is so odd to me.
This has opened up some margin for me to have the Miracle Morning, thanks to Debbie Agmundi. She's the first one to introduce me to that book, but starting the Miracle Morning and just like filling my cup up, then it allowed me to feel like I have more to give to the people around me, including my clients. So yeah, thanks for asking.
Oh, guys, I know we're going long. I believe that we just delivered enough content to make it worth your time. I believe that you now.
I mean, did they provide us with some content? Sure. But not in the way that I think they wanted, you know?
Understand the value and the importance of sharing this gift and stepping into sponsorship and running far from recruiting, but really understanding that really in order to grow, you've got to become duplicable. You've got to avoid those.
Duplicable? Is that a word? Hey Siri, is that even a word, you guys? Or is she meaning duplicatable? I don't know.
Weeds, you really have to begin to plant those seeds, knowing that what you're planting in their life is going to wreck their world in such a good way. Tylena, thank you so much for walking this walk with me. Really, again, thank you, Debbie, for a lot of the content. We just appreciate you. And guys, I hope you now realize it is so much easier to do an explore call than I think you probably even realized. It's just meeting people where they are and figuring out, how is this going to fit into their world? How is it going to best serve them?
This has nothing to do with them and everything to do with your paycheck.
and then bring them to your mentorship team to help grow them. Got it? All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll talk
later. Oh my God, you guys, that was terrible. This right here, duplicable pancreatitis. If you guys don't know the pancreatitis joke, it is Brooke Banks. When she joined Modere, she was talking about some of the conditions that the products allegedly would help with or something. And instead of pancreatitis, she said pancreatitis. Yeah, it's a joke that will forever be on the interwebs, if you will, when it comes to anti-MLM content. Oh, Lord. Anyways, you guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys being here. If you would, double check and make sure that you are subscribed. Give me a thumbs up if you would. Shout out to all the people that watch after the fact, after I'm live, watching the replay. There's the word I was looking for. I appreciate you guys so much. I wouldn't have a channel without you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Good Lord. And I'll see you guys on the next video. And for those of you that aren't aware, I post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes I go live on Saturdays. So thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.